What's happening, my fellow warbirds, aka the War Eagles, back with another video, and we are once again taking a look at another dev blog for update 1.97, or as they have recently become popularly known as, devblogs. This time we're taking a look at the Lago I. The Lago I is an early 1940s medium tank developed by the AB Landservec company and represents the first true Swedish medium tank to be constructed. Soon, tankers in War Thunder will have a chance to take out the Lago I into battle following its introduction to the game as part of the new Swedish ground forces, coming to update 1.97. A 1940s experimental Swedish medium tank, the Lago I primarily used as a testbed during the development of subsequent more advanced Swedish tanks. Pros of this tank include good frontal protection and quick firing cannon, while the cons include average mobility and tightly packed crew. For its history, during the 1930s, the Swedish company, like many other European arms manufacturers, wished to capitalize on the growing tensions on the continent in order to secure new production and licensing contracts. Among the most profitable markets was one for a new lightly armored fighting vehicle. As a result, Landservec began to develop a whole new range of vehicles during the 1930s solely aimed at the export market. Among them was the L-60 light tank, whose basis Landservec used to develop the larger and heavier Lago tank. While the L-60 saw some commercial success, the Lago tank received very little interest from foreign customers. However, after some time passed, the Swedish military changed their doctrine and sought to procure a medium tank themselves. Given that Landservec already developed the Lago, Swedish military officials turned to the company with orders to further develop the design. In the end, the Lago tank went through medium prototype stages and was ultimately used as a testbed for the development of subsequent STRV M42 and PV M43 tanks. The vehicle never had any production orders, and it didn't take any part in any conflicts. Due to its design, however, the Lago I can be seen as the first true domestically built Swedish medium tank. In War Thunder, the Lago I will be amongst the first vehicles waiting for players in the lower ranks of the brand new Swedish ground forces tree, coming as one of the highlights for the upcoming update 1.97. Offering surprisingly effective armor protection, a quick firing cannon, and high penetrating APDS rounds. APFSDS on this thing, oh boy. As an additional ace up the sleeve. The Lago I has everything a tanker might wish for a successful start down the ranks of the newly added research tree. Like many vehicles in the early ranks of War Thunder, the Lago I is equipped with a 37mm cannon. A medium tank with only a 37? Yeesh. Forming its primary offensive armament. Featuring a high rate of fire, common for cannons of its caliber, the Lago I is able to fire its gun every 3.1 seconds under ideal conditions. Additionally, the Lago I is able to fire both solid shot AP as well as APHE rounds, sporting penetration values comparable to those of other nations' counterparts. However, aspiring commanders of this machine will also occasionally find themselves in the unpleasant situations of facing more heavily armored adversaries, in which the standard AP and APHE rounds might not be powerful enough to pierce their armor. In this case, the Lago I has a unique ace up its sleeve, high penetration APDS rounds capable of punching through close to 90mm of armor at 500 meters. In terms of protection, the Lago I is shielded by 34mm of armor plating on the front portions of its hull and turret respectively. Despite seeming once more quite comparable to other nation counterparts in this aspect as well, the frontal armor of the Lago is in places highly sloped and angled, giving it good chances of simply bouncing off incoming shells, which haven't been carefully aimed. However, it is worth noting that the conditions inside the Lago are rather cramped, leading to its 5 crew members being tightly packed. As a result, a single penetrating shot from a larger cannon may be well enough to put the Lago I out of commission for good. Lastly, a few words on the Lago I's mobility, being powered by two I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Let's just say two petrol engines, producing a total of 285 horsepower. The vehicle is able to reach a top speed of 45 kph on paved roads, with its top speed slightly decreasing in off-road conditions. As a result, commanders of this vehicle will have no trouble getting their machines to war whenever it is needed on the battlefield. The Lago I awaits all eager tank commanders of rank 2 of the brand new Swedish Ground Forces tree, coming soon to War Thunder in update 1.97. Until then, be sure to stay tuned for more news regarding the next major update for the game. Happy hunting, tankers. Okay, so what are my thoughts on this vehicle? Well, if it's at rank 2, I guess it won't do too bad. But I'm also thinking, 37mm plus, not with the crew being as tightly packed as they are. I mean, I'll have to wait and see just how tightly packed they are, but I'm going to assume it can just be one shot very easily. I don't know how I feel about this tank. And, some of you other tankers that are definitely more experienced than me, I don't know how you guys are gonna find this one. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. So, until then, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to also leave a comment down below. And, of course, there's also the link to Discord in the description below. And as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed.